All right, so here he is, the Nigerian Nightmare, and you can also now call him the UFC welterweight champion. He had to go 10-0 in the UFC to finally realize that UFC belt, beat Tyron Woodley, and establish himself as the standard at 170 pounds.
And he never lost track of what was out in front of him. Even though he had to win 10 fights, Kamara Usman understood that he would do whatever it took to become UFC champion, and when he got that opportunity, it was the wrestling, the cardio, and the ability to follow the game plan set out in front of him by Henry Hooft and Greg Jones that allowed him to blank Tyron Woodley on the scorecards and win that welterweight championship. Unbelievable performance by Usman.
Truly one of the hardest workers in the game, and if you watch that Woodley fight, you get the sense that it is going to take a Herculean effort for somebody to dethrone the new hunted at 170 pounds, Kamara Usman. All right, so here he is, DC, the one, the only Toни Fергüson, the former UFC interim lightweight champion, and the man who was the first to accrue a double-digit winning streak in the division, 155 pounds, that most people believe is the best and deepest in the UFC.
It has long been the deepest division in the UFC, and Toni Fергüson has maneuvered his way through that and had eventually captured the interim lightweight championship. One of the most diverse strikers that you've ever seen. I mean, the elbow he hit against Josh Thompson to split him open was unbelievable. And couple that with the college wrestling background, and every time you step into the octagon with Ferguson, you know you're going to have your hands full. From him walking to the octagon dancing, to getting in there and being so free-flowing, Toni Fергüson is one of the best fighters on the UFC's roster.
He really thrives under the bright lights. He is a finisher of the highest order. His training habits are truly the stuff of legend. Eddie Bravo talks about this guy training for 6 hours straight. Probably ill-advised for most fighters, but El Cucuy can do it.
He can do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a wrestler holding a professional record of 20 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida, Kamarу, the Nigerian Nightmare Usman. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a freestyle fighter, holding a professional record of 26 wins, 6 losses. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Orange County, California, Toni Ferguson. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Murgliata.
Dan Murgliata, your referee. You ready? Dateline, Las Vegas, Nevada. No better place to be on fight night. We are underway here at the T-Mobile Arena. Opens with the left hand and lands flush. A lot of power on display from Kamara Usman as he lands yet again there.
Kamara Usman showed in the Colby Covington fight, not only is he the best welterweight in the world, he majors.
Hip tosses him down. Now we'll see if he can advance position.
I mean, right into side control.
Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transition.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape, or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Oh, he postured up there, gained some valuable separation.
Now he has a headlock trying to pin his opponent's back down flat onto the mat. Look from the transition to an arm triangle to try to chase the finish. There he is. He's moving to the finishing position. Now watch him go parallel.
Nicely done. Oh, well placed with the hammer fist there by Ferguson. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Oh, big combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, you got to be very careful when you take these big ground and pound strikes. You need a controlled posture on the bottom, and if you're the top guy, the guy that's looking to finish, continue to gain posture and rain down big strikes on your opponent.
And this might just be a matter of time. right into side control, DC.
This is where you want to be now because you get to make your opponent decide. They try to turn back into you, you can attack guillotine. If they turn away to try to get to your knees, you throw your hooks in and you got all your rear choke submissions.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement on the ground. You never know where he's going to be.
All right, 45 seconds now to go in the round. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career.
Oh, you got to watch him attacking submissions. He throws the legs up to try to get a triangle choke here.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. How about this fight, folks? You see, he was nearly caught in a submission there right at the end of the round. Saved by the bell. So back to the stool. Mentally probably not in a great place here. We'll see if he can recover and get himself back into this fight.
He needs to push the arm to the side, get his head against the mat. Now watch, as he goes to the finish, watch his chest go to the mat. He goes flat, all weight to his opponent.
Listen, I need you to stay a little bit more active, a little bit more movement. Keep that head moving. I need you to get behind that jab.
All right, here we go with our second 5 minutes now. Round two. Toни Fергüson and Kamara Usman.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie. Enters in on the double leg.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Just out of range with the big right hand. Oh, look at that jab. Snapped his head back.
His jab gets to the target so fast, and he always brings his hands right back to his face.
So we lean on the numbers here. 47 total strikes have landed for Kamara Usman. And landing with, oh, you don't want to be anywhere near his guillotine. This could be trouble.
Oh, nice guillotine there.
And he's out. Outstanding pressure from top position here by Usman. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Ground and pound strike there now. All right, he's sort of hanging out here unguarded, DC. Not sure if he's trying to bait him in or what, but not great body language here. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
All right, working inside the closed guard now. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition. He got his foot on the hip, and now he's throwing up a triangle attempt. He's going to try to move his left arm across to get pressure on the choke. Watch triangle, watch triangle.
And he's out. All right, has the guard closed here. All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. All right, feet on the hips here. Oh, nice combination of strikes here from the top, standing over his opponent, not unlike Muhammad Ali over Sonny Liston.
Oh, that is a good reference. If you're standing and your opponent's on the ground, you're doing really good work.
Couple hammer fists there for good measure. 30 seconds now to go in the round. Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
All right, round three coming up next.
One more.
That's what I'm talking about. Keep it going. You gotta finish this one. You need a submission here. That's the last round.
All right, so here we go. Next round is underway. It looked like maybe we would get a finish by submission in the previous round. Close, but no cigar.
Close, but no cigar. He's going to have to do things differently if he's going to submit this guy.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body here. Really starting to connect on a lot of strikes to the midsection here in the latter stages of this fight.
Look at the angle of that nice body.
Usman gets the takedown. Nice entry on that attempt. And this might just be a matter of time. Wow. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Well, this is exactly what you like to see. Nice combination of ground and pound punches. Outs now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
The Kimura is not the arm. It's the shoulder pressure that usually makes you tap.
Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Ferguson. Pretty good ground and pound by him here. He told us on Thursday he needed to be more effective in these situations. Certainly effective tonight.
Many people have gone away from this style of fighting. This man has embraced it.
Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Oh, nice job using his hand. He's out. All right, close guard now. You got to be careful, though. He's got a lot of submissions off his back. While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Kamara Usman.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
"30 seconds now to go in the fight." Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Well, not ideal to spend this much time on the bottom, but you can't fault him for his activity. Landing strikes here from the bottom. Nice work by Ferguson. He can truly do it all. All right, so a close, competitive fight, as Las Vegas expected, as we expected, but perhaps the pendulum will swing to this fighter just based upon the volume takedowns.
Yeah, and aggressive wrestling. When you're aggressively pursuing takedowns and you're able to at least withstand the striking, most times you will get the victory. I believe that is what happened tonight, and I do expect him to get his hand raised.
All right, the official decision is now in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
For the winner by split decision, Kamara, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman.
All right, so the judges have rendered their decision, and 2 of the 3 of them had it for him. So he gets it done by split decision tonight. You've been involved in some of those. Nothing easy standing there waiting for the judges to render this.
John, it is the worst feeling in the world, not knowing if you did enough, right? Or not knowing what the judges were watching. So I know exactly what these guys are